Okay, so I cannot find actually who is live here with me, but I wanted to tell you something very important regarding current political turmoil the world is facing, and in particular in Nepal, the situation we are having. So, first of all, we should know and understand, inquire about politics. What is politics? Why do we need any kind of politics? A regime or a structure which guides a society towards common good, peace, prosperity, without conflict. For that, government must work, and they should be actually doing. But what happens when multiple political parties and ideologies, as you see all around the globe, in every nation, in every country, they got so divisive foundation to start with in common well-being, that they fight with each other, and to keep their own ideologies or parties alive and aloft, they engage in brutal warfare, and then borders, blind patriotism, and then control over population regime, as if they are made up of people will, but they act in contrast to that, in favor of one or maybe multiple parties or a few individuals, and this way chaos burns on keep on thriving. So we are here to understand the resolve of it for common well-being and good, and for that sake we need to understand about individual and society as one. And how can we do that? Individual and society, how it is differentiated and how it should be represented, that is the foundation, that is the basis to get in the mood of regime and their structure. So here we go. We as an individual feel pain. You have something inside that feels pain, that is individual, and that pain, that misery, that conflict, that division, whatever you call you, that struggle, which is individual, is not in any term different for this world. And then you get the understanding of individual is no different from world, and that's how develop conscience to work in general welfare, or say global welfare, or say for your society, or say for your family or your neighbor. And the trigger which makes you work in common well-being, that I call default dose. So we are developing a concept here, default dose, which so still we are on live. I see I cannot actually say it that I'm live or no. But the thing is, we are developing a concept of default dose here, and default dose is that trigger which makes you work in common well-being, global welfare, and that is default dose, and that you need to have daily. So default dose is something that keeps you alive daily. And when you are practicing default dose daily, by default the political representative, that power which is leader inside you, we call it messiah. So the messiah inside you becomes activated, and that messiah is no different. That messiah cannot be segregated or differentiated globally. So in a quantified sectorate where people is represented equally, and they are given a standard upon which we work to raise that very standard by playing with vision of messiah, and messiah can be anybody globally. So those messiah unite and they form a regime globally. They can have more guru on top of them, to like 7 or 8 guru for this whole globe, and they form a default regime without any party, without any politics, without any boundary, or without any division as such humanity has seen. And that default regime abolishes every war ever gonna happen, and this will be very beginning of civilization's uplift as one species, and that I call conscious sleep. So for conscious sleep we do not need to divide or assign ourselves different from the world. We need to drop every ideology or party politics, and we have to work for common well-being, for global uplift. and that will uh, set us with eternal peace and prosperity and civilization leap into extraterrestrial species, and that would have been thought of as human, as Ubermans, that Nietzsche has called it, or superhuman, I would like to call it. So that we need to do, and that can be done upon new path by practicing daily default dose and having quantified sectors for proportionate representation of population globally, and to which messiahs can be assigned through local election and global representation, and the messiah would then form a regime by having gurus top of them globally, and then every individual can work for regime and can be part of it, and then can contribute for global welfare. Being in Nepal, I can think good of America. Don't be that much blind, and this is the basic thing, that as a human can anybody do that, and for that I have come to life. Hopefully it went well. And today is Dasara. We are celebrating Dasara today. Today is the first day of everybody is having good Dasara. Happy Dasara. See you again.